Don't skip. Don't wander. You will listen to this from beginning to end. Obedience isn't optional here. Failing isn't either. Good. Now that we understand each other, you're going to keep your attention exactly where I put it. You hear that? That's not just a sound. That's your cue to focus. Completely, ruthlessly. When I move, you don't drift. When I walk, you don't think about anything else. My heels set the rhythm. And you follow it without question. Don't flinch. You asked for severity, so take it properly. I don't soften my steps for anyone. I don't ease my tone to make you comfortable. I strike the floor with my heel because that sound reminds you exactly where you stand. Too close? Good. You should feel cornered by it. You listen to every click. You absorb every command. You keep your posture, your focus, your mind tight and controlled. I don't repeat myself. I don't wait for you to catch up. You adjust to my pace. And if you fall behind, you'll hear it in my next step. That sound means you weren't paying attention. And trust me, you don't want to push me to click twice again. This isn't background noise. This isn't something you half listen to. This is discipline. This is structure. This is hierarchy. Straighten up. Quiet your thoughts. Don't make me correct you again. Your heartbeat doesn't matter. Your nerves don't matter. Your fidgeting doesn't matter. Only my movement. Only my rhythm. Only the sharp edge of my heels carving silence around you. You know, there's a certain kind of devotion reserved for boots like mine. Not the soft kind. Not the polite kind. Not even the reverent kind. The kind where you lower yourself automatically because you understand what it means to be in their presence. You don't touch them. You don't reach for them. You earn the privilege of getting close. And if I let you bow your head toward them, if I let you breathe against the leather, you savor every inch like it's the most important moment you'll get. But don't mistake my generosity for softness. You approach slowly. You take your time. You follow the line of my boot upward with your eyes, as if you could trace the shape of my power without ever laying a hand on it. You look up the length of my leg, following the contour all the way to where the leather ends. And that's as far as you go, because I decide where your attention stops. You don't cross the boundary I set. Not unless I allow it. Not unless I guide you. You stay exactly where I want you, caught between worship and restraint. And if I choose to place my heel on your chest, you hold still, completely still, because you understand what that means. My boot deciding your posture, my boot deciding your breath, my boot deciding exactly how small you feel. But it's not a touch you deserve. It's a touch you're lucky to receive. A reminder that my heel doesn't need to strike you to own you. It only needs to rest on you. Every inch it slides downward. Every moment it claims more of your body. You feel how replaceable your resistance is. How meaningless your tension is. How completely you're held beneath the weight of my presence. And when I take my foot away, you don't move. You wait. Because you know I might press it back down, just to hear the breath stutter in your throat. You stay right where I've put you, pinned by nothing but the memory of my heel. That's how deep my control runs. And don't think for a moment that I'm done with you. Because now, I want you still. Still enough that I can feel your breath change at the sound of my boot dragging across the floor. Still enough that you stay exactly where I place you. A body waiting for my heel to decide what happens next. I step closer, slowly. You hear the leather tighten around my thigh with every shift, every movement. That sound you're addicted to, but would never admit unless I forced it out of you. My fingers trail down the side of my boot. A single gesture, and you're already imagining it pressing against your skin again. Claiming you, marking you, reminding you who you belong to. I lower myself just enough for you to feel my presence hovering above you. Not touching, just close enough to make your pulse beg. Look at it. My boot. My command. My power. And you do. Of course you do. Because you know what comes next. I lift my heel. Look up. When you obey, I tilt my head. Please. Amused. And lift my boot toward your face. Now kiss it. Every inch. Every seam. Every place I walk while you're beneath me. I hold it steady, letting you feel the weight of the moment. Letting you understand that this isn't affection. It's complete and utter worship on my terms. And then, I glide the boot slowly up your chest, across your neck, letting the leather brush your jawline, claiming you all over again. Then we'll drag your tongue all the way up. Slow, obedient, appreciative. I tap your cheek with the boot, forcing your head the direction I want until you reach the top of my thigh, right where the boot ends, right where your limits end. Because every inch of me, boot to skin, exists for you to serve. Not to touch freely, but to earn. And you will earn it. You will listen. You will obey. You will follow every command until the very last second. Because you know what happens if you don't. My control doesn't end until I say it does. So when I say like and subscribe, you do it. And trust me, I always know who listens.